So it's been about a month and just a little over 1,000 miles since I got my 2018 F150 Platinum, and I'd say overall pleased with it. It's pretty much the nicest vehicle I've ever owned besides the Lincoln MKS. This is my third F150. I had an 11 and a 13, both EcoBoost, both FX4, before they rearranged the packages. I'd say it definitely feels more F250-ish than the last two. The last two felt smaller. This one feels large and tall and bouncy. Though it's been, I don't know, like 3.5 years since I had the last one. I will say I don't feel the need to tune this one right off the bat like I did the 13. The 13 and the 11 were just weird. The throttle was just vague and shifting was too soft, and the nannies on the 11 were just horrendous. It kicked in no matter what, though it did have 373 gears. But this one in sport mode, there is no pedal lag. There's no, the shifting hits like an old, like an 80s car almost. You can feel it, makes noise, which is what the tuning, the 13 I tuned, it kind of made it brutal until you got used to it compared to today's cars. It's not like my Excursions were. My Excursions felt like magic carpets riding down the road. I took it to Wilmington yesterday, and Route 1 is just horrendous. I felt like I was off-road all day. As where with the Excursion, though, the road was a lot newer 10 years ago. It was a magic carpet. You didn't feel any bumps. And it still off-roaded decently, though it would hit the bump stops a lot because it was soft. The seat in this one is so much better than the past ones. I don't know if that's a Platinum thing. And the seat belt, I can actually wear it. I'm not wearing it now because I don't want to. But the seat belt in this one is longer, so it's better for fat people. I'd say the seat's better for fat people. The console in this one seems a lot bigger than the last ones from the earlier era before the aluminum, before they merged the F250 and 150 cabs. I'd say the best feature of this one is the whole reason I ended up with a Platinum is the adaptive cruise. I miss that so much from the Lincoln, and it's so much better in this one. It literally just does it all. Though lane keeping blows, I don't understand what good it is in the big truck. It seems to bounce like ping pongs between the white lines until it just gives up. But adaptive cruise in this generation of them is just awesome. It actually just works. I wish you could get a little bit closer to keep, when you're on the highway, you get the occasional lane jockey. It's back and forth, which then makes you slow up, speed up, because they keep hopping in if you're leaving too much space. But other than that, it's so much better. It'll literally bring the car to a dead stop, and when the light turns green, you just hit the button again, and it just starts. You don't even have to hit either pedal. So the Sync 3, I'd say, is light years ahead of the original Sync and that Mind 4 Touch crap that I had in the last one. Except navigation. Voice commands for navigation still suck ass. They're just horrible. But luckily with Android Auto, you can just use Waze, so it's kind of moot. Because the Google Maps or Waze is light years ahead of it all anyway. But for everything else, it's definitely the best version they've had. The screen is responsive. There is pinch and zoom. The way you would use a tablet device nowadays anyway. The 8-inch center screen has so much information, and you can actually, with the My View, change a few things around and make it your own, which is kind of nice. The whole towing screen is way too customizable. Though I might get into that a little bit more. I've only towed the trailer once just to take it to the scales. The Bang & Olufsen stereo, I can't say it feels much better than the Sony. Maybe a little bit. The mids are very muddy. I might fix that with some tinting in the doors, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like taking all that apart. I've never been a fan of this panoramic sunroof, but it is kind of nice some days when it's not, the sun's not blasting down into your eyes. If I was ordering it, I would not order it with it. The blind spot stuff is kind of awesome. I have never had that on a car before. It's just kind of, it reminds you to look down into your blind spot mirror. You know, you look over, there's a little light, you look down, oh yeah, there's a car there. And if you do try to come over, it does beep at you. The tow mirrors on this are kind of awesome. They could be just a little bit bigger on the top mirror, but for this truck, they're probably just fine. It is a little confusing which button folds and extends them, but I figured that out finally. It would be nice if you could keep the mirror spotlights on, so you get, you know, a little bit faster, but they turn off at like 3 miles an hour. It's ridiculous. Just same with the front camera. The front camera's nice, but literally if you're going more than like a crawl, it just turns off. So it's kind of useless in a parking lot. I haven't tried the parking feature yet. Haven't really been anywhere there was not people just running amok trying to get around you. I don't feel like digging it up just quite yet. Best feature I'd say that this truck has that nothing else I've ever had is the heated steering wheel. It sounds so first world problem, but it's so nice to come out and your hands aren't freezing to death on the commute to work. Because even once the car gets warm, normally the steering wheel is still freezing, and it just, no matter how thick your gloves are, it still kind of comes through it, and it just heats it just enough. Of course, the heated massage seats are kind of nice too. I used them a while yesterday when I about in the 3rd hour of the 4-hour drive, and it did make it a little bit better. Truck is so fucking quick. Sport mode's kind of cool and annoying at the same time. You let off the gas, it just stays in the gear a little bit too long. And that's my review of my new 2018 Ford F-150 Platinum. Hope you enjoyed it.